News for Thursday, October 16th, 2025. I am Rikisha St. Louis. Coming up in the news, government partners with GDB to empower young entrepreneurs through Youth in Business Fund. And Ministry of Finance takes finance on the go to the Sister Isle. We'll have details to these stories and more when we return.
Grenadians, get ready to commemorate National Heroes Day on Sunday, October 19th at the former Riviera Hotel site next to Camahorn Park. Grand dance from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. The theme for this year's commemoration, honoring our legacy, inspiring our future. This National Heroes Day commemoration promises to be one to remember with a prayer and worship segment, the spoken word, and a powerful message from our special guest speaker. National Heroes Day Commemoration 2025 will also see the official sword turning on the grounds of the Riviera site, which will then be known as National Heroes and Heritage Park. Sunday, October 19th, 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. National Heroes Day Commemoration. Monrouge, St. George. See you there.
Climate change doesn't adhere to a specific time frame. It fuels multiple hazard events, from hurricanes and flooding to heat waves and landslides. These events may occur back-to-back or simultaneously, creating compounded risks for our communities. Preparedness must go beyond one season or one threat. Preparedness must be year-round and multi-hazard focused. Preparedness is resilience. Preparedness begins with you.
A message from the National Disaster Management Agency, NADMA.
I'm a VIP.
I'm vaccinated.
I'm a VIP.
I'm immunized.
As a parent, it is my responsibility to care and protect my children. It is my responsibility to ensure they are safeguarded at all times. It is the same for you to safeguard your children by keeping them on their vaccination and immunization schedule. Make them a VIP, vaccinated, immunized, and protected. I am Pinky Fabulous. I am a VIP health champion. Be a VIP like me.
Let's all be VIP champions.
A message from the Ministry of Health, Wellness and Religious Affairs, Be a VIP Childhood Vaccination and Immunization Campaign in collaboration with UNICEF and the Pan American Health Organization.
Welcome back. Youth entrepreneurs will soon have access to a maximum of $30,000 under the Youth in Business Fund, a joint initiative between the Ministry of Youth and Sports and the Grenada Development Bank. The fund will consist of loans for startup and established businesses, which will carry a fixed interest rate of 1% with terms of 5 to 7 years. Both parties recently signed a memorandum of understanding. GDB's communications officer, Ria Murray, has more in this report.
The Government of Grenada and Grenada Development Bank are once again partnering to provide youth entrepreneurs with access to concessional financing. The Ministry of Youth and Sports and the GDB recently signed a memorandum of understanding for the Youth in Business Fund, which will offer concessional loans, grants, and technical support to young entrepreneurs with emphasis on agribusiness ventures. The initiative forms part of government's broader effort to promote youth entrepreneurship and job creation under the Ministry of Youth and Sports. Signing on behalf of the Ministry of Youth and Sports was Permanent Secretary Kim Frederick, and General Manager Royston Cumberbatch signed on behalf of the GDB at the bank's headquarters, Melville Street, St. George's. The Youth in Business Fund will aid startup and established businesses focused on apiculture, hydroponics and vertical farming, crop and livestock production, agro-processing, value-added products, and climate-smart and tech-integrated farming. The fund is designed to support registered beneficiaries of the program between the ages of 18 and 35, specifically targeting unemployed and underemployed individuals, as well as fishers, agricultural workers, agro-processors, and young entrepreneurs seeking to enhance their income-generating potential. The objectives of the fund are to increase access to financing, promote sustainable business growth, job creation, and economic growth. The fund will consist of loans for startup and established businesses, which will carry a fixed interest rate of 1% with terms of 5 to 7 years and a maximum amount of EC $30,000. Grants of up to EC $3,000 will also be available. Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Youth and Sports, Kim Frederick, and GDB General Manager Royston Cumberbatch both shared their excitement for the upcoming program.
This is a significant milestone, yes, where the Ministry of Youth and Sports and the Grenada Development Bank can collaborate in respect of the implementation of the Youth in Business initiative. This is an initiative that will empower our young people. It will provide concessionary financing to them so that they can get involved in agribusiness, in other agricultural endeavors. They will generate employment. We would see expansion, of products in agriculture. And so we are very happy that we have achieved this milestone, and we look forward to the successful implementation of this initiative.
Of course, we know that youths are really the backbone of the economy, and to be able to help them in the area of business, and then more specifically in the area of agribusiness, we should definitely see more productivity coming out, maybe more products on the market, and of course, more employment for the youth. So I think all in all, I'm very happy that the GDB is able to partner with the Ministry of Youth and Sports to implement this very, very important program for our economy. I think one thing that we will definitely make sure is that the youths are not just receiving the funds, but they also receive some training and support. I think even mentorship from other persons who have been successful is really important, that these persons don't feel that they're alone. So we are here to do some hand-holding as well.
Important prerequisites for the program are registration with the Youth in Business Project and the completion of required training.
Thank you, Ria. The Ministry of Climate Resilience, the Environment and Renewable Energy, in partnership with the Forestry Division of the Ministry of Agriculture and the Partnership Initiative on Sustainable Land Management, PISLM, has launched the revival of the historic Carry a Tree to Carriacou campaign. The initiative aims to restore and reforest critical areas in Carriacou and educate citizens on the importance of trees, ecosystem restoration, and climate adaptation. Speaking during Tuesday's campaign launch, Minister for Climate Resilience, the Environment and Renewable Energy, Honorable Karine James, says the campaign forms part of the revised Adaptation Plan 2025 to 2030.
The real power of this initiative lies in its people. It is about the farmer who plants a tree to protect his hillside from erosion. It is about the students, you students, who learn how to care for a seedling, and in doing so, learns how to care for your future. It is about families and community groups coming together to plant not just trees, but hope. So we are inviting everyone, the schools, the churches, the businesses, credit unions that are on island, and individuals to take part in this initiative, whether they are boarding a ferry or with a seedling in their hand, or joining a planting day, or taking part in the corn festival that will be happening later on ending of the month, or simply sharing the message of care and conservation.
The Carry a Tree to Carriacou initiative includes 3 phases. To kickstart the effort, passengers traveling from Grenada to Carriacou will be invited to carry a tree seedling aboard the ferry and deliver it to a designated drop-off point managed by NGOs or forestry officers. Permanent Secretary within the Ministry of Climate Resilience, Perran Johnson, says the aim is to restore the island's resilience after Hurricane Beryl.
Our objective here today is simply and clear. All right, it's basically to engage in restoring Carriacou after the events of Hurricane Beryl. We hope to be able to restore the beauty, the upland forest and the coastal areas, and later on in terms of the mangrove. We also would be engaging in strengthening community awareness and their stewardship in terms of the care of the environment, and most importantly, build resilience through partnership and share responsibility.
Phase 2 of the initiative will feature a week of community-led tree planting and educational sessions on the Sister Isle, while the final phase will focus on tree maintenance and survival. PISLM Executive Director Dr. Ronan Francis emphasized the importance of the campaign.
The Carrier Tree to Carriacou initiative and the Carriacou Island project brings more than just greenery to the island. They breathe life back into the land. Each tree planted helps to prevent erosion, enrich soil, reduce flooding, provide shade, and restore the natural balance of the ecosystem. So today, this moment marks the beginning of a process of healing. Restoration will not happen overnight, but every one of us has a role to play.
Permanent Secretary within the Ministry of Carriacou and Petit Martinique Affairs and Local Governance, Linwal Parrott, praised the initiative.
We are willing to collaborate with all of the stakeholders in this regard to bring back Carriacou to a level where our farmers can get back to the business of planting for food security and other activities. We need also to get back to a place where we can have enough water that we can conduct all the businesses that we need to conduct. And we need also to have the necessary trees growing so that, again, it can help with the emissions and the carbon dioxide that we so need in Carriacou and Petit Martinique.
The Financial Information Month's boat will be riding the waves to the Sister Isles on October 24th to stage the second Finance on the Go. Residents of Carriacou and Petit Martinique will have access to first-hand information on investment, procurement, concessions, and taxes. The Ministry of Finance event will also include cultural performances and live music entertainment. Corporate Communications Officer within the ministry, Dwight Sampson, said Grenada is partnering with the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank to promote financial literacy during October. He highlighted the Sister Isle edition of Finance on the Go.
Part of the initiatives that the ECCB has is a small business development workshop that will be taking place at the Happy Hill Secondary School later this month. They have a business forum as well, which will also be taking place at the Radisson's Beach Resort later this month. And they do have one other activity, but from the corporate communication standpoint of the Ministry of Finance, we too want to have our own activities. So one of the activities that we have is the second staging of our flagship project, which is Finance on the Go. And we have dubbed this one Sister Isle Edition. We are taking financial literacy across the sea bridge over to our brothers and sisters in Carriacou. So the departments within the ministry will be traveling up to Carriacou on the 24th of October at the tennis court in Hillsborough. And it will be a day packed with financial information, from concession to procurement to the Accountant General's office, and as well as our partners, our external partners, which are statutory bodies and government-owned agencies, the Grenada Development Bank, the Grenada Industrial Development Corporation, CAIPO, etc., etc.
Sampson outlined other activities that will be held before the month concludes.
That is very critical for us, and we are happy to have this. We are partnering with the Ariza Credit Union and the ECCB to put on this very historic event. This year we want to focus on the theme for Financial Information Month, which is moving from savers to investors. And we have a very distinguished woman, and I'm very happy, very distinguished, successful woman who will be presenting this year's lecture. We're not letting the cat out of the bag just yet, but the announcement will be made early next week. We are very happy that she has accepted to do this lecture and to provide so much information on how you can move from saving to investing. In addition to that, we still have other programs, the Household Bond, which is another flagship initiative that we have been partnering with the ECCB on. So we have the launch of that end of this month as well. So it is indeed a packed month of activities. Every week we're aiming to have an activity focusing on financial literacy.
Financial Information Month 2025 is being held under the theme Financial Empowerment Through Education. You're watching the GIS News. We'll have more news after the break.
Grenadians, get ready to commemorate National Heroes Day on Sunday, October 19th at the former Riviera Hotel site next to Camahorn Park. Grand Dance from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. The theme for this year's commemoration, honoring our legacy, inspiring our future. This National Heroes Day commemoration promises to be one to remember with a prayer and worship segment, the spoken word, and a powerful message from our special guest speaker. National Heroes Day commemoration 2025 will also see the official sword turning on the grounds of the Riviera site, which will then be known as National Heroes and Heritage Park. Sunday, October 19th, 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. National Heroes Day commemoration. Monrouge, St. George. See you there.
Be prepared. Resilience depends on preparedness. Hurricane Beryl in July 2024 highlighted the importance of a community approach to disaster management. We see a greater need to empower communities to take practical steps to mitigate the impact of hazards while fostering solidarity and shared responsibility, encouraging individuals, households, and communities to promote a culture of preparedness to save lives and protect property. Preparedness is resilience, but preparedness begins with you.
A message from the National Disaster Management Agency, NADMA.
Welcome back. Agricultural tools and supplies were distributed to local schools in Carriacou, courtesy of Blackburn International, which funded the $63,000 project to equip students with practical skills in agriculture. The grant was obtained following communication between ambassadors to Brussels and the European Union, Raphael Joseph, and Blackburn director, Mr. David Vashigi. The supplies include 1,000-gallon water tanks, farming equipment, and materials such as forks, potting mix, organic manure, spades, and boots. Minister for Carriacou and Petite Martinique Affairs and Local Government, Honorable Tevin Andrews, thanked the donors and emphasized the importance of investing in schools to help students understand where food comes from and appreciate the significance of agriculture. He also gave credit to Rena Noel, agriculture teacher at the Hillsborough Secondary School, who conceived the project idea.
This initiative, as small as it may appear, is a significant one. Why? Because it aims to help you understand the importance of where food comes from and how to produce it, to feed yourselves and to feed others. And PS mentioned something that you can't find lettuce and pak choy in the supermarket, and that's a fact. As a matter of fact, when you go to the local restaurants and so forth, the really and truly majority of the ingredients that is being used come from abroad. It has to be imported. But we have a lot of lands, and we have a lot of people that are unemployed. Teachers, you have a huge responsibility in helping government to teach the importance of agriculture, to teach the importance of food security. And I hope that the equipment, tools, seeds, etc. that were given to you will be put into good use.
Gemma Bain Thomas, representing Ambassador Joseph at a symbolic handing over ceremony, noting the project's impact, says it would empower the next generation with practical skills in agriculture, focusing on enhancing the teaching and learning experience for students.
To enhance the teaching and learning experience for students doing agricultural science in the individual schools and to support practical lessons in areas of crop production, soil management, irrigation, poultry, and sustainable farming techniques. So this is what the project is all about. Blackburn International, having reviewed the project profile and being satisfied that this initiative can contribute to the development of the agricultural science program in the individual schools, provided EC $63,000 as a grant to procure and deliver all the farming equipment to the schools in Carriacou and Pitimatu.
Meanwhile, two schools, Mount Pleasant Government and Harveyville Government, are producing short-term crops thanks to shade houses sponsored through Susgren. Continuing the news, as the Ministry of Mental Health, Wellness and Religious Affairs continue to observe World Mental Health and Wellness Month, today Honorable Delma Thomas and her team, as part of their community outreach, distributed hampers to outpatients. We hear more from Nakita Wells.
The month of October is dedicated to mental health and wellness. The Ministry of Mental Health, Wellness and Religious Affairs continued its outreach program on Thursday, 16th October. Minister for Mental Health, Honorable Delma Thomas, and matron at the Mungay Psychiatric Hospital, Nurse Blackman, went out into the various communities to distribute food hampers to the outpatients of the mental health clinic. This initiative symbolizes the ministry's commitment to providing essential holistic care and support to the patients. It also demonstrates their concern for their well-being. The Minister of Mental Health says that she remains committed to the cause and promises to do all within her power to ensure that mental health gets all the attention it needs, which will aid in its improvement on the island.
The GIS news will continue after the break.
Climate change is significantly altering hurricane behavior. Warmer ocean temperatures, driven by global warming, provide more energy for developing storms, often resulting in increased intensity and frequency of storms and hurricanes, heavier rainfall. Warmer air holds more moisture, leading to heavier downpours and flooding. Some storms are stalling, causing prolonged damage in localized areas. Hurricanes are forming earlier into and outside of the traditional June to November window. Preparedness must be year-round with a multi-hazard focus. Prepared communities are stronger communities, but preparedness begins with you.
A message from the National Disaster Management Agency, NADMA.
I'm a VIP. I'm vaccinated. I'm a VIP. I'm immunized.
As a parent, it is my responsibility to care and protect my children. It is my responsibility to ensure they are safeguarded at all times. It is the same for you to safeguard your children by keeping them on their vaccination and immunization schedule. Make them a VIP, vaccinated, immunized, and protected. I am Pinky Fabulous. I am a VIP health champion. Be a VIP like me.
Let's all be VIP champions.
A message from the Ministry of Health, Wellness and Religious Affairs, Be a VIP Childhood Vaccination and Immunization Campaign in collaboration with UNICEF and the Pan American Health Organization.
Elevate Her participant Renee Samuel, who is studying a Level 3 General Agriculture Supervisory program at TAMCC, is among 6 participants in the Elevate Her program who are currently in China for a 3-week study in animal disease prevention. Ms. Samuel and the rest of the group left Grenada last week. In an interview on Friday, Ms. Samuel expressed her gratitude for such an opportunity.
I believe it's a great opportunity where, it involves the strategies for environment stability, development, sustainability, and all of that. So it's a great opportunity. I hope that we do get the opportunity as well to obtain, strategies in the long run where we can not only point out occurrences, but also the threats and how we can prevent those things in agriculture. So it's kind of linked to what we're doing in the elevator program. So hopefully it should, well, not hopefully, but yes, it would enhance our knowledge in that.
Administrative staff from the Ministry of Youth visited participants of the Elevate Her program to check in on their progress, encourage and hear from them on their experience in the program thus far. The Elevate Her program is designed to foster personal and professional growth among young women across the Tri-Island state and is a flagship initiative under the Ministry of Youth and Sports. It will equip participants with the tools and support needed while positively boosting their confidence and self-esteem to thrive in various spheres of society. Some of the agricultural participants in Maribo and the hospitality program participants at TAMCC St. Patrick campus are interested in opening their own businesses, while others would like employment in their field at the end of the program.
And right now we are out in the field at present. I've got to drive a rotavator. And it was really nice. It was exciting. I learned how to make beds. And actually, it's going really, really good. One day, I would like to be the owner of my nursery. So right now, I'm coming up with a name for it.
I chose agriculture because I grew up farming and doing all sorts of different types of roles in the agricultural area. And I wanted to increase my education and my level of skill in this program.
My career path is to work at a well-established restaurant because I love the kitchen and I love being with people. So, and this program is going to help me develop myself and to better my knowledge and further my understanding on what I am doing.
I'm doing commercial food. Yeah.
How is it going?
It's going good. The girls they're friendly. Everything's going good. The teachers are okay.
Why did you choose this area of study?
Since I'm small, I had a little passion for food. I just like to see how it was presented on a plate. And I say, you see me? I want to learn to do that.
Okay, so what's your future? What's your dream?
My dream is to My dream is to become a professional chef one day.
Janicia Albert, Hospitality Service Lecturer at the St. Patrick TAMCC campus, is happy with the progress of her students participating in the Elevate Her program.
We have 33 students in total. The way how they participate, they're here regularly, they're here on time, and they show that they want it. They're willing to learn. And most of them, they have kids, so they have to prepare their kids first before they come here. Some come all the way from St. David's and they're here early. They make the sacrifice to be here every day. And that shows growth throughout for them as well, from the time when they started in May with us to now. So I'm happy at the rate that we're going.
Earl Roberts, TVET coordinator at TAMCC, says his expectations are high for the agricultural program students.
We expect great things. It's an opportunity for many of the young ladies to get into agricultural practices, right? That would make sense for economies, that would make sense for the growth of our small island as a developing country. And so they're given an opportunity to participate in training and to become competent in agricultural practices. So we hope that at the end of, in some cases, 1 year, in some cases a year and a half, that they would have achieved the skill sets, the knowledge, and the practical demonstration of their skills in various activities. Right? We see all of these young people as the future of our economies, and we put a lot of confidence in them, knowing that in time to come, they would be the one to lead in agricultural practices, right? Modern agricultural practices as well. So we have great hopes and aspirations for them.
The Elevate Her is a transformative initiative aimed at empowering women and girls through career mentorship, skills training and development, and leadership. The program is a blended approach and will integrate life skills, literacy and numeracy, theory and practical elements into the training session. Finally, in the news, the Ministry of Agriculture, Lands, Forestry and Marine Resources continues to promote local consumption and production as the island gears up to commemorate World Food Day on Friday, October 17th. Globally, the day is recognized on October 16th. On Wednesday, the Extension Division within the ministry organized a Fruity Wednesday and distributed fruits and seedlings to workers and visitors at the ministerial complex. Chief Extension Officer Lauren St. Louis explained the significance of the initiative toward obtaining national and global food security.
We're celebrating World Food Day this week, and part of our endeavors is to have a Fruity Wednesday. We're celebrating Fruity Wednesday today, so we're distributing watermelons and seedlings in an effort to get people to eat more local food, to eat more fruit, and to be healthier. So our theme for this year is Hand in Hand for Better Foods and a Better Future. It speaks to collaboration, it speaks to us working together with all our agricultural stakeholders to ensure that we have food and that everybody who is in our nation remains food secure or becomes food secure.
She said Friday's exhibition will showcase everything local and healthy from agro-processors and entrepreneurs island-wide.
On Friday, we'll have the grand exhibition, which will start at 10 o'clock at the Old Trafford Pasture in Tantine. We welcome you all to come down. In addition to the exhibition, we'll also have a local cultural show, which starts from 4:30 on Friday afternoon also. Come down, we'll have local foods, drinks. You can see what our agro-processors are doing. You can see what our farmers will be selling. We will have the estate market there tomorrow also. So come on down and let's enjoy and celebrate World Food Day 2025.
That story just ended the GIS news for Thursday, October 16th. On behalf of the entire news and production team, I am Rakisha St. Louis saying thank you for joining us.